This morning, we are continuing to learn new details surrounding the deadly shooting at the Allen Premium Outlet Mall.
For the first time, the Department of Public Safety held a press conference giving us more insight into what happened during and after the shooting.
Now, as you may imagine, there is still a lot to sort through in an investigation like this. Chris Sadeghi leads off our coverage this morning. He's got the latest from authorities. And Chris, we've got several agencies working this case.
Yes, Mark, and this morning we finally have some new details about the shooting and the shooter that come straight from the official investigation. However, during the press conference here at Allen City Hall, Texas DPS says the motivation for the shooting remains unknown. Among the new information, DPS said the shooting lasted 3 or 4 minutes before the shooter was stopped by an Allen police officer. We knew from a search warrant that the shooter brought 8 guns to the mall, but the latest info is he was carrying 3 with him during the shooting, and 5 of the guns were found in his car. But he did not have a criminal record, and all the guns were purchased legally, according to the investigation. And though DPS acknowledged the shooter wore patches and had tattoos indicating neo-Nazi ideology, they are not sure of his motivation and say when he began firing, he did not seem to discriminate.
To me, it looks like he targeted the location rather than a specific group of people. He was very random in the people he killed. It didn't matter the age, same race or sex. He just shot people, and which is horrific in itself.
And our Investigates team also uncovering some details. They have been looking at a social media page belonging to the shooter, and on that page, he expressed inspiration from previous mass shootings. We're going to talk about more what our Investigates team uncovered on that page coming up in 30 minutes. But for now, I'm going to send it across town to Suzanne Bruner, who is at the Allen Premium Outlets with more information on the 8 people who lost their lives. Suzanne.
Yeah, Chris, good morning. We are seeing people visit this memorial site. People who didn't even know the victims come out here to learn about them, and even more are planning to be here tonight for a vigil, and that is scheduled to take place at 7 p.m. But these are the faces of the 8 people who were shot and killed Saturday afternoon. 7 of them were spending the afternoon shopping. Q, Cindy and James Cho, Daniela and Sofia Mendoza, Aishwarya Thatikonda, and Elio Cumana Rivas. The 8th, Christian LaCour, was working as a security guard. The Allen police chief revealed Tuesday LaCour died a hero.
We also must acknowledge the bravery of Allied security guard Christian LaCour, who evacuated one individual to safety and was shot while courageously remaining to help others.
We now know more about Elio Cumana Rivas, a 32-year-old from Venezuela who is living in Dallas. His brother told WFAA, and I quote, "My special little brother, the best thing that God could give us, was the 5th of 6 siblings, only 32 years old. He went in search of the American dream to help his family. He always smiled. He always lived with a positive word." In the most recent update we have received from Medical City Healthcare, doctors are still treating 6 people for their injuries. There are 2 vigils taking place in Allen tonight, one being here at the memorial site at the Allen Premium Outlet Mall, and the other a prayer service at St. Jude Catholic Church here in Allen. Both are scheduled at 7 p.m. Kara.
All right, Suzanne, thank you for that update. Another one for you. Gun legislation at the top of minds for many Texans following this shooting. This was the scene Monday night after the Raise the Age bill surprisingly passed in the Texas House. Now things have taken a step back. Our breaking news reporter Megan Mitchell is live this morning in the newsroom with the latest developments from overnight. What happened, Megan?
Yeah, good morning to you, Kara. And you know, it is 5:07 right now. Of course, HB 2744 would have raised the age at which you can buy semi-automatic rifles from 18 to 21. But just 24 hours after advancing through a House committee, that bill is all but dead. It needed to be added to the House's calendar by last night to make the Thursday deadline, the last day the House can pass bills. Now, it needed, but it was left off of that list. So barring something unexpected, HB 2744 will not become law. Now, the fact that it made it through a committee was a surprise to begin with, as 2 Republicans joined Democrats in supporting it. And now a Republican lawmaker from deep red Collin County says it's time to tighten gun laws. State Rep Frederick Fraser says that he wants Texans to be able to protect themselves. He also wants to protect innocent families like those out shopping in Allen. Fraser says his family was shopping at that outlet mall just 1 hour before Saturday's shooting. That's one of the reasons he's now begging fellow Republicans to take a hard look at Texas's laws.
That hard look needs to come from the 2A grassroots. It has to come from NRA. It has to, that sit down has to happen. And I'm a Republican through and through, but this needs to be where we come together and figure out how to fix this.
Specifically, the laws he's willing to consider changing have to do with assault rifles. He questions why the AR-15s seem to be the weapon of choice in so many of these mass shootings and whether it's too easy for people to get. Kara, back to you.
So the question a lot of people are asking, where do we go from here? It is a question we'll be talking about Friday in a WFAA special presentation, Action After Allen, an hour-long special where we'll discuss what, if anything, can be done to prevent more shootings. Join us Friday at 7 o'clock on WFAA. We also want you to be a part of this, so you can scan the QR code you see on your screen to share your thoughts or ask any questions.